Hi guys, Donna here with your weekly mini reading for September 30th through October 6th, 2024. I hope all of you are well. If you were in Florida, know I was praying for you and sending extra angels. Asheville as well, wherever the path of the hurricane, I was asking the protection angels and saying prayers that all of you were able to, find high ground, get to safety. It's always really scary during these kind of events, especially hurricanes that spawn tornadoes. So I'm happy that all of you are okay. Last week, we had the affirmation, I stand confident in the face of the unknown. And yesterday there was an outage of Verizon, which took out my phone, my daughter's phone. I wasn't able to communicate with anybody really, and I wasn't in a place where I had Wi-Fi. So I really just embraced and kept repeating to myself that I stand confident in the face of the unknown. That's really an excellent affirmation to just have with you that you can use from time to time, because we've all been in a place where it's unknown, and we're in unknown territory right now, especially with all of the world events going on, with our elections coming up, with just America being where we are, where the world is now in the universe. We've never been here before. So it's about us, really embracing the unknown, which is really scary. So when I do that, I kind of put my hand on my heart, I ground myself, I take a deep breath, and I go to the mirror and I just affirm that I stand confident in the face of the unknown. We all want control, and this is letting go of control. So I hope all of you, like I said, are safe, and that you have come through this past week relatively unscathed, and that you are utilizing the energies of last week. We had in Healing with the Angels, we had forgiveness, trust, and answered prayer. Sort of light, we had it's almost over. That was interesting. And the abundance angels was moonlighting. So again, I hope you were able to build upon the other cards that we had the week before that, and that you were able to embrace the forgiveness again, right? Where did you need to forgive? Now, before I forget, there's a new moon and solar eclipse on October 2nd, which is tomorrow. And there have been a lot of solar storms. There have been just a lot of activity, especially that hurricane gained in strength, and then it went where we never thought it would go, right? It caused enormous amounts of damage. And some people did pass during this event, but when you look at how big the event was and how many people could have passed and did not, it really is a testament to us being prepared, and really not that we know when things will happen like that, especially the flooding in Asheville, all of the devastation that happens, because water, you can't keep back water, right? It just comes and it washes things away. And part of that is a purification process, just like fire. Water is another way. And so now what we have to do is try to find our balance, right? Because I think we might be in Libra now. We need the balance. We're leaving the Virgo of all the things in order to the balance, to balance the scales. So I'm going to call in St. Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel. Let's see what they have for us this week. Hopefully some good news, right? Some empowering news. Yeah, that affirmation saved me, because I'll tell you what, I was facing the unknown yesterday. I need to have a contingency plan if that happens again. Okay, so what do we have? We have music, good card. We have guardian angel, And finally, we have support. So the music card, what's coming through this time for the music card is really beginning to listen to music that's going to keep you calm, that's going to empower you in some way, right? So when you're listening to your music, allow yourself to be caught up in the melody of the music. And it can be hard rock, it can be, jazz, it can be whatever kind of music that is your genre that you really like. No matter what it is, it's to help you. It's very personal. Music is very personal. So it's, where do you want to add music to your life? Because also this is the music of the soul. It's the music of the earth. The birds chirping. I was out really early this morning, letting some dogs out, and I have to say I could hear the chirp of the birds, and it was twilight because it was before sunrise, and it was just gorgeous, And so when I see the music, when I close my eyes, I see ribbons of color. So this could be classical. It could be, maybe you want to be creative and you put on music like my daughter does and paint, or do something where you're really getting into and feeling one with the music. There's also some answers to prayer that will come in this. Signs come through the music. If you hear a certain song, it might remind you of a loved one that has passed away. And so they're saying hi, right? Next, we have guardian angel, knowing that our guardian angels are with us and that they can come through the music as well, right? Especially Gabriel, because Gabriel's the one that comes with the horn. He's the one that brings messages. So the guardian angels are saying, listen to the messages that you're going to receive through the music. And sometimes it's just the music that's inside your head. You might think of a song and you start having the lyrics in your song. Pay attention to the signs, because your guardian angels are trying to get your attention. There's something they want to help you with. But remember, you have to ask them. And then finally, we have the support card. And this is always a great card, because this is showing support that we have here in the physical, but also support that we have of our guides, of our angels, of our loved ones who've passed on. There's people that we really love, that is deep in our hearts. This is a week where we're really going to feel supported in some way, right? So allow yourself to be supported. It might be that you were devastated by what happened in this natural disaster and you need help. This is kind of the accept the help card, right? Let's accept the help, because sometimes we need it. And don't forget to ask for help. It's very hard, I know, but now more than ever, we need each other. And when something like a hurricane comes and devastates, huge devastation, and who would think that it would go up and make a swath through Georgia and South Carolina and North Carolina and all of that side of the East Coast? Nobody ever dreamed that it was going to be that kind of storm, not when it started way out in the ocean. But I happen to believe that when something like that devastation occurs, that kind of natural disaster, everybody rises up. They rise up into their godliness. They help their neighbor. They help each other, because everybody wants to survive in some way. So let's remember that. Let's be kind to each other. Maybe that's what's part of God's plan, is for us to have these natural disasters so that we stop being separate from each other and work together in order to survive. Because right now, being one with our brother is very important, and we're living in a world where everything is separate. So, just remember to be kind to your neighbor. Remember to rise up into your godliness in some way, maybe every day. So, through the support of those around you, you're able to see guardian angels, which may come in the form of a friend or someone that is reaching out to you, right? Or maybe you're the guardian angel to someone. And you're listening to your inner music, to that place in your heart that allows you to be connected to your divine. Next, we have St. Michael. Let's see what St. Michael has to say. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Yes, you are correct. So some of you were asking for an answer to prayer, or, is this going to work out? Is everything going to be okay? He's saying, yes, you are correct. You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. So this is about the forward motion. Keep taking one step in front of the other. Are we where exactly we want to be? Maybe not, but maybe it's where God wants us to be. And in doing that, we want to know that, yes, our intuition is correct. Where are we going to help people? Where are we going to sit and say, God, what do you want me to do today? Right? How can I be the very best Donna today? Just remember, no matter where you are, whether it's in the grocery store, or you're at school, or you're at work, you anchor the light, and that light is anchored into there so that God can be present, right? His light can be present through you. You can allow yourself to be that conduit of the light of God, the love of God, right? Because my God is a God of love. And my angels, they come with love in their hearts. All right. So from the angels of abundance, we have dreams of abundance. This is such a great week. I love these cards. Maybe the yes, you are correct is your windfall is coming. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. So this is a great week of dreaming of abundance. So keep a dream journal. Say a prayer. Thank you, Father, for blessing me now with unexpected, infinite, and immediate financial abundance. Dream of abundance, right? Daydream of abundance. Have a vision board. Whatever this does or speaks to you. I just love this card because it's got so many different colors on it. It's just really gorgeous. I love this one. So remember, we're going to dream of abundance this week. What does that mean to you? Because kind of really deciding before the abundance arrives, acting as if it's already here, where do you have abundance around you, right? We talk about this. There's an abundance of grass. There's an abundance of trees. There's an abundance of birds sometimes. There's an abundance of things that we have collected through the years. I remember being first married and getting a house, and we didn't have anything in the house, and so we got one item at a time. And yet every time we moved, because my ex-husband was a naval officer, as a lot of you know, we gave away so many things. I'm sure we gave away housefuls. Our homes were always full of something. We had great abundance, right? So much so that it was overflowing, and we were giving it to others. So look around and see where you have abundance, and the more you can focus on the abundance that you have, the more abundance comes to you, because we all want to be abundant, right? And abundance can be money, it can be friends, it can be an abundance of food in your freezer for the winter. Whatever it is, just really start to go back to that gratefulness and start to really settle into your heart and ask yourself, what is my heart's desire? If I had abundance, what would I do with that abundance? And you start to formulate a plan, and next thing you know, everything starts to show up as abundance in your life. So through the abundance, you're able to get your yes, whatever that is. You're able to feel the support of others, feel your guardian angels, and also add music to it all. And maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe you want to meditate with the music and visualize abundance in all forms around you, because that's a good idea. And let's see what our affirmation is for this week. I tell you, I'm going to keep the last one. I stand confident in the face of the unknown. That one really, really did help me. Okay, what do we have? I need to concentrate here, because I'm I'm like, oh, so excited about that last one. Okay, thank you, St. Michael, Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel. All right, come on, give us our weekly affirmation. Okay, that took a minute. Let's see what it says. I got to put on my glasses. My life is unfolding on my own divine timeline. Oh, I think we had this a few weeks ago. Yeah, I think we did. My life is unfolding on my own divine timeline, right? We don't want to get stuck in that we don't have enough time, that our opportunities have passed us by, that we're too old. No, my life is unfolding on my own divine timeline. God and you have a divine timeline, right? Source. We may go through this life and think we've got it all figured out and this is what we're going to do, and then something happens and we get put on a different track. Just know that we all have a divine timeline, and we are on it now. The other thing that's interesting too is there's a lot of talk about shifting timelines. So I think as we affirm, my life is unfolding on my own divine timeline, that means that each of us are in the right place at the right time, right? The right place at the right time. So adding that to your affirmation journal is a good one. Again, my life is unfolding on my own divine timeline, and I stand confident in the face of the unknown. Those two really do go together because we really don't know what's going to happen, right? We feel very discombobulated, lots of shifts in the energy. Now we have this partial solar eclipse, so we're in eclipse energies. And when that happens, everything just feels kind of out of control. You just have to stay positive, stay in the moment, and be as present as you can be, and then not give in to the fear. Remember, you're connected to the divine. You're connected to your guardian angels. Even though I didn't or wasn't able to speak to my daughter yesterday for a lot of the day, I sent my guardian angel to hers to let her know I was okay and to check on her. And I got a very much a sense of peace. She was okay. She knew I was okay. So there is a way that you can work with the angelic realm to help you when you have something that occurs that feels very sudden and unexpected, right? I was laughing because honestly, back in the day, we didn't carry our phones with us. They were at home. And for a long time, we didn't have answering machines. And then all of a sudden, we had answering machines. So we didn't used to carry our phone with us. We used to carry change so that we could go to the phone booth, or we could do a collect call back home, so somebody would pay for our phone call if we needed help. But we didn't carry our phones with us. And so it's kind of a foreign concept. It felt very strange to me to not have any communication, being able to communicate. You have to actually go in person to communicate to someone, or you have to find a Wi-Fi that you can at least send an email and say, I'm okay, and hopefully this will get righted, which it has. But, just remember that having a contingency plan, I realize that I too depend on my phone, and that's really my main means of communication. And so I need to think out of the box when something like that happens. I need to either borrow someone else's phone and ask them if I can, send a text to my daughter or send a text to someone and let them know I'm okay, that everything is fine. But the truth is, when, you know, the hurricane came through, it took out the towers as well. So whatever happened yesterday, whether it was a solar flare, oh, and I guess we now have a mini moon that's kind of visiting our moon and circling the planet right now. So we have all these things going on astrologically in the stars. So, you know, we have all this going on, but we also have solar activity coming at us. And make no mistake, it takes out the grid. And this was one such incident. It just one, there were not everybody was affected. That was the strange part. It was only certain Verizon customers, and I don't know why it was affected me here in Indiana and my daughter in Florida, but it did. So, you know, just kind of go with the flow. And rather than getting upset about it, I just said, well, then I guess I'll do my weekly mini reading tomorrow. And that's what I've done. I decided I would do it tonight. And thank you for sticking with me. And I will see you next Monday. I do, God willing. And if you need anything, people need prayers, you need to have a word of encouragement, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great week. I'll see you next Monday. And don't forget, you're always on my Reiki Radar. This is Donna.